guy. He's going, let me down.
Some encounters happen purely by chance, and this is the story of how a small creature quietly became an important part of my life.
He's chopping that thing all down.
I have to be honest, he's become part of my daily life in a way I never expected. I keep a camera in his enclosure so I can check on him anytime. In fact, every morning before I even walk into the room, I pick up my phone just to see what he's doing. There's something comforting about knowing he's there, safe and okay. He came into my life under circumstances that could have ended very differently. Some friends found his mother after she had been hit by a car and she had babies with her. They asked if I would take one. At the time, I didn't really know what that would mean, but I said yes. Now he's about 7 months old, and since he was raised by humans from the very beginning, I decided to keep him as part of my home.
It's your mama. See your mama. See?
I live on a farm, and I try to give him a life that feels as close to nature as possible. There's a big oak tree in the backyard with a low branch that almost feels like it was made just for him. He climbs it easily and confidently, and I call those moments his tree time. It's one of his favorite things, and honestly, one of my favorite things to watch. There are little details about him that make me smile in ways I can't quite explain. For example, his saliva has a very distinct smell. The only way I can describe it is that it reminds me of arugula, slightly sharp and unusual. It sounds funny, but those are the kinds of things you start to notice when you spend enough time with an animal. He's such a gentle little soul. I always want him to stay as true as possible to his instincts as a possum, even though he lives with me. Since we have wooded areas, ponds, and open fields nearby, I take him out for walks. Sometimes I fold a blanket into a little pouch, and he loves riding in it. Then I'll set him down and let him explore in his own way. He's very quiet, so quiet that sometimes I don't even know where he is, which is why I keep a small bell on him. That way I can hear him moving even when I can't see him. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. If I'm being honest, I might be a bit of a helicopter parent. I worry about him, especially when it comes to his diet. I've turned to people online for advice, which has been helpful, but also a little confusing at times. One time I posted a video of him eating grapes, and people told me not to feed him that. Then someone suggested avocado, and others said not to give him that either. So I'm learning as I go, trying to figure out what's best for him. It's not always easy, but it matters to me. One of the sweetest things about him is how he takes care of himself. He uses his little hands to groom so carefully, like he has his own routine. Sometimes he even uses his tiny nails to comb his hair. Watching him reminds me of a cat, clean, gentle, and very aware of himself. A few weeks ago, he hurt his foot. I'm not sure how it happened, but he started limping. More than that, I could tell he just wasn't himself. He was less active and seemed a little down. That worried me more than I expected. For a few days, he mostly rested, and I kept a close eye on him. Then slowly, he got better. The limp went away and his energy came back. The relief I felt seeing him okay again is hard to put into words. Sometimes I think about how he came into my life, and it truly feels like a gift from nature. Because of him, I see the natural world differently, slower, deeper, and in a way, I think I understand myself better too. I know a lot of people see animals like him as pests or nuisances, but my experience has been completely different. He's gentle, curious, and full of personality. Life in the wild isn't easy for animals like him, and I think that's something people often forget. If there's one thing I would say, it's this: be kind, try to understand before you judge. And if you've ever thought about bringing an animal into your home, take the time to truly learn what they need. Make sure you can give them a safe, stable environment and be ready for the responsibility that comes with it. That bond won't happen overnight, but if you're patient, it can grow into something truly meaningful. Looking back on the journey, it all started in a fragile moment, a small life that almost didn't get a chance. But step by step, he learned to grow, to adapt, and to trust. And I learned to listen, to be patient, and to appreciate the simplest things. Nothing about it was big or dramatic, just ordinary days, small moments adding up over time. And somehow that became a deep connection, one that changed both of us in a quiet, very real way.